Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Avid Inch Tarot. I'm going to do your reading for July. Let's see what we have going on. Hopefully it'll be a good month. Oh, as we throw a couple cards, we'll leave those out. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot in reverse. So some of you are you have more than one path to choose from. I feel like some people have a decision to make and they're not exactly sure which direction to go in. I feel like you guys have a little more soul searching to do in July. That's going to help you pick the right path that you need to go through or go down. And I believe that once you choose the correct path, once you listen to yourself, you get down this right path, it will lead you to victory. And the cards that fell out, 7 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. So this is telling me that you guys are actually working pretty hard on developing some skills. Whether you're either working on a relationship or you're working on some skills for work. You're trying to learn like the newer skills that are coming out that's going to help keep you relevant in a relationship or something to do with work. Or, your work could have like the extra classes that you need to do or some in-services, that type of thing, to keep you up to date. So it looks like you'll be working on some of that. The moon in reverse, that is saying that you're going to have some things revealed to you, possibly some things that you have been questioning for a while. It could be regarding that Chariot in reverse, that you're not sure on which path to choose, how you're going to do it. And it looks like while you're waiting for this epiphany to come through, you're not feeling as strong and solid as you should, or that you hoped you would feel. But tightening up those skills up there and staying relevant, that's going to help you get on the path that you need to be on. And that's going to help you, help with your foundation. Some of you are just waiting for, it could be some of you are actually partying or having a little more fun than you need to be having, or that you should be having. It looks like some of you should be saving your money, and some of you should be getting a little more serious about work, or the situation at work is going to get a little more serious. There might be some unexpected surprises at work. Whether, I don't know if some of you might be getting laid off, or some of you might quit a job a little earlier than you had expected. Or it could be where you're just at a point in time where you're just like, I really hate this place, so I'm just done. So in order to do that, you need to make sure that you have enough money in the bank to sustain you until you find another job. So in other words, don't start celebrating too soon. For those of you who are looking to walk away from a job, or if you have the slightest inclination that the place that you work at could be up and closing. This could also be, if you're in a relationship, there could be some truths that are being hidden that are eventually going to come out. And it's going to, it's definitely not going to be a cause for celebration. You're going to feel like your world has been kind of turned upside down. You're looking for some sort of, not necessarily a completion, but you're looking for something that you had planned on doing, something that you are expecting some sort of reward for. It looks like it's being delayed. So it could be that, you know, this job that I was talking about, it could be you postponing the leave. If you're going to leave, you're going to postpone it a little bit more. Or it may be where the job lets you know that, you know, maybe they actually give you some sort of notice that they're going to close. You have the Ten of Pentacles, which I feel like once this occurs, when this relationship ends or when this job ends, it's going to lead you to your fulfillment. It could be one of those situations where you're in a job and you're comfortable and you don't want to leave because you're there and you know how everything works and you know the people and you don't want to leave to get to know other people. Well, this kind of looks like it's the universe that's coming in that's going to shake it up. If you don't want to leave or, you know, you're not ready to, it kind of looks like the universe is saying, well, yeah, you kind of have to because there's some hidden things going on here. And if you're not willing to take this path to your fulfillment, well, we're just going to go ahead and make you do it. It looks like it's there. The universe isn't really giving you too much of an option. And I forget, I'm not good with astrology, but I know I think there's a full moon coming up in Sagittarius, which could bring a lot of enlightenment for a lot of you. And I know there's one planet, and I can't think of what it is, that encourage you to make changes. And if you don't make it on your own, these changes, that this planet will actually do it for you. And a lot of the times it does it in the harder way. Like you can make it easy on yourself, but I think maybe it's Mars. I don't know, but if you don't make these changes, and you need to make these changes, it'll bring it about for you, and it won't be pleasant. The Four of Swords. So some of you are not taking the rest or the time that you need for yourself. It could be what's going on in your life right now regarding the work or your love life that's keeping you up. Some of you are not surrendering to what it is that you need to surrender to. Some of you are holding on to some which could be, like like the relationship or the job. Some of you are not surrendering. Some of you are not letting go of certain things. And like I said, it looks like the universe is going to make you do it, because it's going to bring you the Wheel of Fortune. So when this happens, like I feel like the universe is really encouraging you to make these changes, because it will bring you your fulfillment. And you know, your luck is changing. You're going to get to the point where all the things that are going wrong right now, or are the things that aren't going as, you know, the way you had planned, it's all going to change for the better here soon. And it looks like you're going to have some other choices to make. You're going to have, like once these changes take place, you're going to have more than one path to take, which could, you know, go back to the Chariot card in the beginning. You know, choosing your path and finding your victory. Well, the Chariot is, the can be the choice of which path to take, but you're going to have, several other choices to make too. I feel like you're going to have more than one choice. You're going to kind of have like your pick of the litter on what it is that you want to do, and hopefully. But take your time with some of these choices. Try to go through them one by one. Try not to overwhelm yourself. And that could be, where this not resting is coming in. Take some time to listen to yourself, rest your mind, listen to your intuition, start thinking about the options that you have, what path you can take, that sort of thing. Yeah, okay, so we have the Nine of Wands. So whatever these, you can't really see it because it's glary. So whatever these changes are that are coming through, it's going to put you in the position where you don't feel like you have to fight as much. Like it's going to kind of take, not so much the fight out of you, but it's going to make it where You don't feel like you have to fight so much to keep your head above water, that type of thing. Things will start coming a little easier to you. Coming back to this Wheel of Fortune, your luck is changing. It's starting to come to your side of things, I guess. So it will get easier. So I would say, start working on these skills that I was talking about earlier. Be patient, because you do have some hidden things that are, going on in the background that you're not aware of yet. The Seven of Wands, you're going to have a little less conflict coming up here pretty soon. It's not quite time for celebration if you do leave that job that we were talking about. I feel like if you're in a job that you're unhappy with, you will want to leave eventually. But, don't do it too soon, and don't, waste your money, and don't celebrate too soon, that type of thing. Keep a hold of your resources. Don't go hog ass crazy. Okay, Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is bringing in some sort of generosity from somebody. Either you're being generous with somebody, or they're being generous with you. If you do run into any kind of, I believe, like financial type issues, it looks like you will have somebody there to help you. Or you're going to find yourself in a relationship or in a work relationship where you don't feel like all this work is being dumped on you. It's going to be, split even. You're going to feel like you're not being taken advantage of, or, being taken for granted. Once you get yourself in this new situation, whether it's, job or your love life here. I feel like in your love life you will find somebody who's going to be 50-50 in this relationship with you, who's going to help you, find that solid ground, who's going to help you find that fulfillment, who's going to possibly help encourage you to, make good decisions, who's going to maybe help life feel like it's not as burdensome on you. Maybe possibly you're going to have a partner that's going to start taking on more responsibilities at home. A partner who's going to take, kind of help you take care of more of the mundane stuff, bill paying, child care, that sort of thing. Going to help you come into that happy home. Okay, and then we have the Magician. So, the Magician, they have every tool that they need. They have every tool of the tarot that is going to provide you with what you need, the tools that you need to pretty much make anything that you want to happen. You're going to be able to either manifest this next person that you have coming in, or it's going to help you make changes with your current partner, or at least maybe not change your current partner, but at least be able to communicate a little bit better to help make your relationship more 50-50. It could also bring in, like I said, this, if you start thinking about what's your dream job, what is it that you want to do, the Magician is going to help you bring that in too. King of Pentacles in reverse. The King of Pentacles in reverse is telling you that you need to keep yourself focused. You need to work a little bit more on your self-control. To make all these things happen, you can't, you can't go off the rails. You can't be materialistic and, waste your resources on, some of these things, some of this material items that you don't need. So you do need to practice self-control. Keep track of your time management, keep track of your money and how you spend it. That's very important. And he may even suggest that for a little bit of a period of time, you're not going to feel as stable, or you're not going to have that solid foundation that you want, or a solid foundation that you're used to. But once you get this new position, or once you decide to leave this old position, or this old what do I want to say, relationship, that'll eventually increase. The Eight of Swords. Yeah, some of you are feeling a little bit of trapped inside your head about all of this. Feel like maybe some of these decisions are getting to be a little overwhelming for you, where you're kind of feeling like, this is for those of you who are feeling trapped. You need to know that you do have, the Magician energy behind you. And you do have, you have all the tools that you need to get yourself out of this. You are going to have a period of time where your luck is going to change. Things are going to start going in your way, or in your favor. I just believe that there's a few more things that need to come out of the woodwork. I feel like you're waiting on a few more details, or answers to certain questions. In the meantime, I would say, maybe stick to yourself somewhat. Get to know yourself a little bit better, like stay in your own company, that sort of thing. Meditate, pray, whatever it is that you do in your spiritual practice, to try to get yourself out of this this way of thinking that you're trapped, or that you have this confusion, that you don't know which way to go. So let's pull one of these cards. Let's see what we got going on here. These are the Soul's Journey lesson cards. Let's see where you're at with everything here. Okay, so empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation, which Sagittarius are really good at that, seeing the bigger picture. So I would say that with this card, you need to, okay, if I stay here in this position, what's going to happen here? Start thinking of the bigger picture, start thinking of the things that could go wrong, or the things that could go well. If you do decide to leave a situation, you need to figure out, or think about, what different opportunities it could bring you. Try to think of what the downsides are. So, because, for every situation, there's a good side and there's a bad side. So take your time with it, okay? Take your time with that situation. All right, so that's what I have for you. I was hoping for a better July, but it looks like you might, you have some decisions coming up. It looks like whatever you decide, I feel like they're both going to have some decent outcomes, but I feel like one is going to be better than the other. So if you're truly not happy with a job or relationship that you're in now, you do need to get on out of there, because there will be something better for you. And that way you're not feeling as trapped as you do. And Sagittarius don't like to feel trapped. That's like the worst thing for Sagittarius. So I hope that you figure out what it is that you need to do, to get you to this, your wish fulfillment. But you have the Wheel of Fortune that's, going in your favor. So I don't believe it's going to be too much longer. I believe you're going to, you think about things, you're going to listen to your intuition, and you're going to have a, what do they call, like a aha moment, that type of thing. But I think, it's not going to take too much longer, but it will take some time, because it's not quite time to celebrate just yet. It's time to, still hold on to your resources, hold on to your money, hold on to any information that you might have regarding a move or a relationship, okay? All right, see you next month.